Jamaica has a reason to be angry. Way to go, Africa.
U.S. Embassy continues to fly the LGBT flag, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender flag. They are being hostile towards our laws, our culture, and our own democratic system. Instead of flying the Jamaican flag for emancipation, they have decided to fly that flag, and that is an insult to our country.
Someone once said the greatest revenge for someone who has wronged you is to succeed. Go Africa. Before we get started on this enlightening journey into our futures together, I just want to reiterate that this is not some Democrat political smear fest. I'm not that person. The truth is, neither side of the political spectrum holds my true values. However, being educated and factually based on matters in truth and morality, I'm obligated to deliver it to you in a way for you to interpret your values with accurate information. Agree to disagree, happily incompatible, call it what you will, but we move forward in faith that we might make the right decisions to validate and prosper our lives and generations to come. So let's begin in all honesty. How did we get here so fast? Something my mom just told me. She said, never seek blessings and favor with your hands stretched forward begging. Your blessings will come with arms high in praise. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Lord. That's how it came to where we're at right now, and that's how it got here so fast. A minute of favor is worth more than a lifetime of labor. You have to see it every time you turn on your computer or open a browser on your phone. There is another country doing what African countries are doing right now and denouncing any kind of LGBTQ movement trying to infiltrate in their culture. Last week, the U.S. Embassy raises a LGBTQ flag in Jamaica, which is insulting and demeaning to their culture. So they just revolted and told the U.S. that this ain't happening, and now Jamaica and the U.S. relationships are in turmoil. Most people know that Ghana, Kenya, and Uganda started leading the charge early in this year, but do they know that Zimbabwe, Eritrea, Zambia, Namibia, Malawi, and I'm very sure that I'm leaving some countries out, they're all following suit against this moral encroachment from America. We can call it hypocrisy, yes and no. Let me explain this to the other countries so that they have the facts and reality of how Americans stand on the issue, because the people of this country are with you. It's the American government that is threatening sanctions and canceling visas against countries who enact anti-LGBTQ laws while enacting anti-LGBTQ laws of their own in their own country. We need to understand who's promoting the LGBTQ and who are fighting against it.
More than 500 bills restricting the rights of LGBTQ plus people have been introduced across the country this year. 77 of those bills have been passed, impacting education and healthcare. Anne-Marie breaks this all down for us.
Yeah, in fact, Vlad, this is sort of a bit of a snapshot of all the states that have passed anti-LGBTQ laws, but we're going to highlight a few of them that have really made kind of national headlines. And I'll start things off in Tennessee.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop it. Okay? The red states that you're seeing in America that we have right here, these are the ones that enacted 77 laws, anti-LGBTQ laws. But these are also the states that disagree with the Obama-Biden and Biden-Harris administration agenda to promote this lifestyle. It's without a doubt, you can clearly see that it's the Democrats and not the Republicans that are promoting the LGBTQ. The red states voted for Trump. Republicans, the same states that are enacting the LGBTQ laws like the African countries are doing. And the blue states voted for Biden and Harris, the Democrat states. Obama, Biden with human rights, Biden, Harris with human rights are the major activists for promoting this in Africa. And everybody saw that during the presidency of Obama. And now that was rejected with hostility with Obama, and it's still being rejected with even more hostility with Biden and Kamala, while Trump was on the same side as the Africans on their stance against it. So he just wanted to do business with them and focused on the economic issues.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to be with President Kagame. We have had tremendous discussions on Rwanda. The job they've done is absolutely terrific. We have trade with Rwanda and just general, I would say, great relationships. I want to congratulate you, Mr. President, as being the new head of the African Union. That's a great honor. This was just announced recently, and that really truly is a great honor. So please give my regards. I know you're going to your first meeting very shortly. And please give my warmest regards, but it's an honor to have you as a friend. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, it was a great honor to meet the President of the United States, President Donald Trump, and We had good discussions on those two levels. The bilateral relations between Rwanda and the United States. Rwanda has benefited tremendously from the support of the United States in many areas where it is in peace support operations we have carried out in different parts of the world. We had the United States on our side supporting us. They have supported our economy in trade, investment. We see a lot of tourists from the United States, visitors coming to Rwanda. And President, I wanted to thank you for the support we have received from you personally and the administration. And we are looking forward to also working with the United States at the level of the African Union, where we are carrying out reforms at the African Union so that we get our act together to do the right things. And that helps in cooperating with the United States. It would be more beneficial when we are organized to know what we want from the United States.
Sure.
For that cooperation. So I thank you very much.
Well, I thank you very much, and it's a great honor to have all of you here. And we'll speak for a little bit longer. And thank you very much. Thank you for being here. It's a great honor. We have tremendous relationship with Kenya. We have a lot of trade, getting bigger and bigger all the time. We're working on a major infrastructure project, a massive roadway that will be record-setting in many ways, and we are going to conclude a lot of good things. We have the president's representatives in the next room, and we're going to be going in there, and we're going to be making some great deals for both countries. So thank you very much, both, for being here. This is a tremendous honor. Thank you.
Great pleasure. Wonderful to have us. I want to just take this opportunity to thank Mr. President and First Lady for welcoming us here to the White House. As President Trump has said, Kenya and the United States have had strong, solid relationships ever since our independence. We are here to renew that partnership. We're here to strengthen it. We've had very good and excellent cooperation, especially in our fight against terrorism because of the neighborhood that we're in. Al-Shabaab fights, which the United States have been a very strong and solid partner. But more importantly, we're here to pursue and to strengthen our trade and investment ties, which are already very strong. We have a good number of American companies in Kenya, and we want to see how we can strengthen that going forward for the mutual benefit of our two countries. And I believe that we will have very fruitful discussions this afternoon, and we'll have a lot to report at the end of it. Well, thank you once again, Mr. President, for welcoming us to the White House.
Great honor.
Happy to be with you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Melania.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
So we can clearly see that American Democrats are the ones that the African, Christian, and Muslim nations are having a problem with in this area, not the Republicans. So why does America continue to see 87% of Black Americans voting for Democrats? Is it not a relative truth that doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, is considered insanity? Now we can see the Democrats trying to put the black people in a box. And if you notice this, if you notice that the countries that are revolting against this movement of the LGBTQ, doesn't it seem like they have something in common? I mean, majority are black. It's like America's going against all these black countries right now. And what is up with that? That's what I'd like to get to the issue of here. That's what I would like you to comment on down below. Why is this happening to the black countries when the Democrats are in office in America and they're supposed to be the equality, diversity, and equity people? Now, here's the problem with that. Human rights has taken a new look. Human rights is no longer just human rights, it's LGBTQ. Equality and equity and diversity are changing meanings too. All these meanings in our vocabulary, in our dictionary, are changing. The meaning of equality is changing. It's no longer women and minorities. It's now women, minorities, and LGBTQ. No longer what you're born with for equality, but what you believe for equality. The meaning of diversity and equity is changing. The meaning of what a man is changing. The meaning of what a woman is changing. The meaning of what your pronouns and nouns are changing. Now, my biggest question to you all, the world is watching Africa. It's watching it close. They're getting out of the Western world's philosophy of what they're supposed to be. and they're realizing who they're supposed to be. And they're doing it with the Lord. Now, you got to do it in the natural too. But my question here is, why? Why and how do the Democrats have so much persuasion on the African American and the black people and the minorities in America? So it's an honest and legitimate question to all of you out there, and I would love to have an answer on this by the end of the video. I would love, because I read my comments and I go over them, and I you know, if you see a thumbs up for me, it's because I've read it and I've taken it in, and some are good, some are bad, but they're all meaningful. They all mean something. They all have substance, and I read them all and want you to know, thank you so much for your comments. Could you explain to me, because I'm here to learn. I'm here to learn. Can you explain to me why the minority vote with the black Americans and the African Americans vote Democrat when Africa and the black continents and black countries, to me, are holding Republican values, family traditions, and morals? So that's just my question to you. Let me know your questions for me. If you have any, leave them down below, and I will try to answer them the best I can. I want to thank you all. Once again, we're not going to stop here. We're going to continue this conversation. That's how we make it, where we go from one level to the next. We get our ideas, we get our opinions, and we bring the facts together, and we all come to a conclusion together on how we can make this world a much better place for our children. God bless you. Have a good day.